We're live. How you guys doing? Got me there. How are you, everybody? How's it going? Welcome to the show. It's Bruce here, traveling with Bruce. How's it going out there, everybody? Let me just double check my settings. Okay. Big day today. I had the internet people here today, and for some of you who've been giving me advice on I should be, using a cable between my computer and the modem, that's been done. So hopefully that's part of the problem solved. We checked all the connections and the routers being checked and everything else is being the modem and the router and this and that and everything else. We should be all right. Looks like we have a nice clear picture here today, and yes, we do. I'm just moving my computer around a little bit here, so sorry for the shaky signal at the moment as I adjust the camera and whatnot, but it looks like we're good, and you folks are coming in just fine, and I'm getting my messages. So welcome back to the show. This is Bruce with Traveling with Bruce here in Creston, BC. Welcome to the show. It's Monday, June the 9th. I think it's the longest day of the year today, or one of them. It's going to be close to the longest day of the year. I've always associated around June 9, June 10, somewhere around there as the longest day of the year. Welcome to the show. Hope you had a great weekend. I hope you had an enjoyable time for a few days while I was away. I think the last time I saw it was Saturday, and here we are Monday. And wow, a couple of things have happened. First of all, Cruise Wars Battle number 4. I got an email from the good folks at Lido Loca. My phone went bloop last night. I'm trying to remember what time that was. Sometime around 5:16 in the evening. My phone, I got a message, and it's an email, and they posted the video. They put it on last night. I thought it was going to be on today, but not my channel. They put the video on last night, and of course, I immediately went to the. Checked it out, and I was laughing. I loved it. Thought it was hilarious, and really they did a great job with the editing and whatnot. And the steamer was my opponent, and I kept quiet about that all last week. I knew all last week the steamer was my opponent. The steamer knew all last week I was his opponent. We've said nothing, and hopefully the steamer will join us sometime during the show today and say hi. That was a ton of fun. we of course we didn't know what we were saying with regard to our side of the argument. I knew what side of the argument I had to take, and I knew what side of the argument he had to take, but we didn't know how it how it would come out, and I didn't know about what I would say or not say. Excuse me. Oh, by the way, thanks again for all your support of my merch. More merch is selling, and oh, I saw the reaction shots, and oh man, Jen and I were enjoying it very much. Jen and I got a real kick out of it. That was a lot of fun, and we've seen some very kind and positive comments on the actual channel from Lido Loca's channel. There were a lot of comments underneath the video and thumbs ups. And then, of course, on the Facebook page, Traveling with Book Facebook page, I posted the video there, and all kinds of comments have been coming in since last night about that too. So I hope you got a chance to see it. The video is out. Cruise Wars, the battle number 4, and it's being viewed by, of course, the people follow me, people follow the Steaming Bean, people follow the other YouTubers, and of course from Lido Loca's own fan base. So we'll see how that goes. I did notice there was a moment in time where I was just glancing at my computer. I had my analytics page up at the time, and I kind of looked over and went, "That's odd." My channel just kind of surged a little bit, and I had instead of having 60 or 70 views in a current 60-minute time frame, it jumped to 120. And I went, 120 people, 120 views of my videos in like 5 minutes. What's that? And that's when my phone went boop. I got the email. They posted the video. So obviously what happened was some of the folks at Lido Loca saw the video, and then they were checking out the people participating in the video. One of them was myself, and they came on over and watched. And so speaking of people coming over to watch my channel since last night, and of course all through the weekend, as usual, we moved up in the subscriber department. We were at 2,153 subscribers on Saturday afternoon, right now, 2,189, 35, 36 subscribers have been added to the channel here at Traveling with Bruce. Fantastic. Welcome aboard, all 36 of you. And there, I'm today the live show. We'll see if they if that you're coming through. We'll keep an eye open for. We'll also play Whack-A-Troll today and see how that's going. If we have to deal with any trolls today, so far I don't see any. But yeah, this is great. 2,189 subscribers. All of a sudden, we're popping up a little bit there soon, which is fantastic. Now, Wednesday, day after tomorrow, I'm looking forward to having my my guest here from Lido Loca on this channel for the show, and I'm quite looking forward for that. And then invite you guys to join in and throw any questions at them. It should be fun to talk to them, and we'll gauge their reaction to the video from their channel, how it went for them. Fantastic. What else am I saying hi about? Oh, a special thanks to for those of you out there who have been checking out my link for Amazon, the Amazon affiliate link that that's been put together. A few more orders have come through over the weekend again, and some more items were shipped in the last couple of days. And the stats just change every morning when I start up on my daily grind. I check out to see how the Amazon page is doing, and thank you for coming to my affiliate link on my channel and linking into Amazon and doing your thing. These little purchases, all these purchases just add up with a bit of a royalty, and I'm just happy as can be that these are coming along beautifully. Thank you very much, everybody. And again, those of you who have been making contributions to this YouTuber's cause, this unpaid YouTuber on YouTube, thank you for all these contributions that have come in through my PayPal account. I really appreciate it. It makes a huge difference, and lets me try and tackle the internet bills and the phone bill and everything else. I appreciate that very much. Thank you all. We'll see how things go here today. I'm going to say hi to everybody. Those of you who've not joined me before, if you're brand new, what we do is we love talking about cruise ships, cruise ship vacations, deals, news, events, trends, what's going on in the cruise world. And if you're new to cruising, this channel's for you. If you're a veteran of going on a cruise, same thing. This channel's for you. If you're addicted to going on a cruise, you've come to the right place. You can get your daily fix of cruise talk among cruisers and cruiser wannabes, and we love comparing notes as to what's going on out there. Folks are saying hi to me right now. They're typing in where are they watching me from. What's their high temperature today? I am right now where I am in Creston, British Columbia, 3 miles north of the U.S. border, just north of Idaho. We're mainly cloudy today. We were rainy over the weekend. We're a bit sunny earlier, but we're mainly cloudy right now. And I don't know if we're over 60 degrees today. That's about all we're getting at this point. But for the rest of the week, apparently it's on. The sun is moving in. The clouds are moving out. And we're going to hit the high 70s into the mid 80s. And by next weekend, we should be approaching the mid 80s to the 90s. We are starting to warm up. It's normal here to reach 90s in the summertime, and it's beginning to kind of show its way. So about time, I say, June 9th. Come on, let's have some heat. Let's say hi to everybody who's been signing in. Peter Heckema signed in first today saying, Bruce, a beautiful 93-degree day in Tarpon Springs, Florida. Had a great weekend at the beach, out on the boat, and great barbecues. Hope your weekend was as good. Posted more pics on the Traveling with Bruce Facebook page. Caught them and enjoyed them very much. You went on to say, Bruce, I hope you enjoyed the Skagway picture I sent on your email. Sorry, I couldn't post them to Facebook page. Yes, there were some photos that were sent my way privately that can't really post on Facebook and can't really talk about too much here. If you love that movie, which is a classic, iconic sports movie about hockey players, there is a scene in that movie that I can refer to where the boys from the team were coming into town, and there was the fan bus that came with them. There was the bus with the players, and then there was a bus behind them with all the fans from the hometown following these boys. And well, when they came into this one town, they weren't very happy that this team was coming to play their home team. And when the fans bus came around, they did something out of the window of their bus to the townsfolk waiting in the town square. And if you know what that scene is, you'll kind of get an idea what I'm talking about with regard to these photos that Peter sent me from the good folks at Skagway saying goodbye to the last cruise ship of the season. I'll leave it at that. And that's a little trivia for you right there. Movie trivia for you right off the bat. And Jordan is here. Good morning, Bruce, and all. It's 24 Celsius in Brisbane with a snowflake showing on her message here. What an epic battle on Cruise Wars yesterday. Awesome. I'm glad you enjoyed it, and I had a blast making it. It was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed seeing the final cut of the product. I had no idea what it would look like when it was all done, and I got a real kick out of it, too. And everyone seemed to enjoy it. Heather Young, 82 in Kentucky, fixing to storm here. She's saying, and Jordan, morning, Peter, Heather, hope you're okay. Heather Young, I'm good. Hope you are too. Suzanne Hoffman's here. Hello, Ann, Heather, Peter, and any other early birds comfortable and sunny in San Francisco Bay Area. Suzanne, welcome back. Heather Young is saying hi and saying hi. Tracy Dunlap is here. Congratulations, Bruce and Bean, on your first Cruise Wars battle on La Lido Loca. You guys did great, and we had a really good time. Heather, yes, it was an awesome Cruise Wars. Thumbs up us all around, and Jordan loved it too. Paul Wilgus saying kilt smuggling. Hashtag kilted smuggling is his expression of the day. Tracy Dunlap. How you doing, Paul? Tracy Dunlap, high of 90 in Naples today. Then a storm came through, about an inch of rain. Now it's 83, but still very humid. I bet you it is. Thomas Henry, hi everyone. What did we learn from Cruise Wars? We have another Scott in the audience. Lots of Scots need more kilts, I think. That's what we learned. Thomas Henry, 64 and gloomy here in Richmond. Paul Wilgus, hi Bruce and all. It's 75 and raining here in Virginia. And Jordan ditto. Paul, laugh out loud. Hey Thomas. Paul Wilgus, I'm part Scottish and I'm going to try Bruce's suggestion and blame it on him if I get caught. That's all there is to it. If it doesn't work for me with that kilt, it's all Bruce's fault. Thomas Henry, thanks everyone for viewing my picks. Hope I didn't overdo it. I was enjoying my new view of the trips. Learned my memory's a bit rusty. I got to say, Thomas, your photos were fantastic. Those of you who haven't been to the Facebook page, go to my new group page on Facebook called Traveling with Bruce. And I invite all of you to pop on in there and check it out. Post photos, if you like, of your favorite trip, cruise trip, or whatever trip you've taken. Thomas put up some fantastic photos. Peter put up some great shots. And we just had a blast looking them over. And a lot of, ooh, look at that. Oh, that looks great. Oh, gee, wow, that's fantastic. There was a lot of envy there. It was fantastic. I'm really glad you guys are enjoying it. Thomas Henry, hope they don't kick you off your cruise, pal. Paul Lucas, love them. Thomas and Paul were saying hi to each other. Peter Heckham on June 21 is the longest day of the year. Oh, Peter, thank you. I keep getting it confused. It's more like December 9 or something. It's kind of the shortest time, and in June it's a little further in a month. Yeah, it's getting long days, isn't it? It's fantastic. Love this time of year. Richard C. Cruise Wars, heck. There may be a trade war between the U.S. and Canada. Oh, there's already a little one going on. We'll have to see what happens. Unbelievable. My goodness. Wolf Life is here. What's up, Wolf Life? One is saying, hello, Wolf Life. If you're new, say let us know if this is your first time here. I think it is. I'm guessing. Let's see here. If you're a cruiser, let us know. Where are you watching from, and what's your high temperature today? Let us know how you're doing. Let's see here. Catching up on my messages here. Excuse me, folks. Wes Morrison, 95 here in New Braunfels, Texas. You killed it on Cruise Wars. You just killed it. Thanks, Wes. Scott Weber, hi, Bruce. Caught you on Cruise Wars battles last night. It's 75 sunny here in Palos Verdes. Hey, Scott Weber, nice to have you here. I'm glad you enjoyed that. I had a great time. Maurice is here. Hello, Bruce. Desi Wagner, your reactions were awesome. So funny. Thanks, Desi. Maurice, who was on MSC Seaside? Who was on MSC Seaside? So one of us. Well, we've had a number of cruisers who are on the show, been on the show from time to time, who were on the Seaside. I'm not sure you're referring to right now. Tommy Eaton, hi, Bruce and all. 75 thunderstorms in Jacksonville. I'm addicted to cruising. Why? Ultimate food or unlimited food. Someone else makes the bet. That's right. Chip Thomas. Hey, everyone. 90 here in Anderson, California. Hi, Jim. Hope your knee's doing great. Sounds like it's getting better all the time. Nina Frank. Hi, Bruce and company. Greetings from 20 degrees Celsius, Sweden. Now at 11 p.m. in the evening. A little cooler, but nice. All the best to all. Thank you, Nina. Welcome back from Sweden. Nice to have you here. Maurice Ingram, I'm addicted to cruising. It's like a floating hotel. Exactly. Peter Heckema, your new cable connection directly to your router seems to have solved your video audio problem. Hope it continues. Me too. Maurice, are you Skyping with them, or are they coming to you? This is on the show on Wednesday. I'm not exactly sure of the final version yet. We're working on it. It may be as basic as a phone call. It may be something a little better than that. We're working on the technology. I'm working on it. We'll let you know when it happens. It happens. It says, can you put a link to La Vida Loca? Probably, maybe not. I'm not sure yet. Let's see here. Seakeeper, hi, Bruce and all. Nice, clear picture today. 82 Fahrenheit. Cloudy, raining, and sitting outside. It's quite pleasant nonetheless. I have my big fat Whack-A-Troll sledgehammer at the ready. I appreciate that. We're watching. Tracy Dunlop. Wolf Life is my nephew watching. Fantastic, Tracy. Glad he's here. Where is he watching from? Thomas Henry. When does the Seaview start its cruises? Love that name. If you remember, Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea from the late 60s. That was the name of the submarine. Oh, how about that, Seaview? I believe the Seaview was delivered and christened just last week. And so I think it's starting its runs now in the Mediterranean. Now, is it on official customer duty at this exact moment? I'm not sure. It's awful close. It might still be on media tours and that kind of thing, but we'll hear all about it in the next few days and weeks. Thomas Henry, let's hope the captain of the Seaview keeps it above water. Heather Young, welcome to the group. Well, Lucas, I love that show. Thomas Henry, I am hooked on the new Lost in Space 2 on Netflix, Paul. Cool Jazz. Hi, Bruce. Nice day here in the Apple. Cool Breeze 74. Welcome back, Cool Jazz from New York. Paul Wilgus, I have watched it and I love it, Thomas. MG Toast, 73 degrees here in the Deep South. MG, welcome back. Silo Steve, hey, Bruce and all. 67 for the high, 51 for the low, and sun and overcast in Seattle. 138 days to the Bliss and the Haven in Mexico. Got home Saturday from the Bliss and Alaska. Nice time. Fantastic. How did you find the ship and everything? Tell us more. Thomas Henry. And I was thinking Peter was having technical problems with Facebook like I had. Laugh out loud. Let's see here. Wolfie, it was storming by me, saying, Wendy Thompson, hi, everybody from beautiful Ocala, Florida. We will very soon be Florida residents. Cruising, we will go. Fantastic, Wendy. That's awesome stuff. Ocala is a beautiful area. Heather Young, fixing the storm in Kentucky. Also, we are under a thunderstorm warning right now. Blaine, 2007. Hey, all, made it. 88 on Hilton Head today. Great Cruise Wars battle, Bruce. Thanks, Blaine. Good to have you here with the Beaner. We had a lot of fun with that. Heather is saying hi. First time for Wolf in Naples. Wolf Life 1 is in Naples. Welcome, Wolf Life from Naples, Florida. Fantastic. Randy Lucas, greetings, Bruce and all from Elk Grove, California, where it's like 94 for the high. Working today to pay for my cruises and keep gassing that big ass RV. Absolutely, buddy. Right on. Gregory Hartman. Hey, Bruce. A gorgeous hot day here from Tampa. Glad to catch another live show. Been watching the Caps win the Cup, and work has been busy. Got to make the money. That's right. Got to make it. Maurice, someone from here, I think on Saturday, that was on the seaside. I think it was Peter. Okay. Gregory Hartman, been doing research for good prices on cruises all day. Fantastic. While watching Cruise Wars, of course, he's saying. That's great. Yeah, Maurice, I think someone is on the seaside while we speak. Might be on this week. And we'll see if we hear from them at all, either during the show or during the week. We'll find out. And I got a message on my channel on one of my videos from someone who just got off the seaside last week. Had a great time, they said. Everything was fantastic. Really enjoyed it. I was very pleased to hear that, of course, because I want to hear good reviews from the seaside rather than the kind of reviews we used to hear in the early days back in January, February. So that's fantastic. Yeah, the Cruise Wars was a good time. Very much enjoyed by all. Got a real kick out of that. I was watching, see how the video was doing. Last I saw it was over 300 views, and be interesting to see how it moves along all week long. The beauty of this format for the La Lido Loca folks is that it's an evergreen video. You don't have to worry about it being too timely. It's not like a video that will expire tomorrow because the topic or the subject matter was timed to be with the current day's news. So being allowed to bring booze on a cruise ship, that's an age-old discussion, and that video will just go for years. It'll just go for years with people who like to watch them. And I think what's happening over there is once folks catch one of those episodes, if they like it, they then go into the history of the channel through the video link there, and they look for all the Cruise Wars battles. They watch them all. And I know that the first one they did, it was with Don's Family Vacations. He was on the very first one, and that was funny as well. And liked his reactions where he's doing that and everything. It was great. And then they did 2 more. I was on the 4th, and the next one they'll do probably in a week or 2 from now will be the 5th. So, every couple of weeks they put one together and bring some YouTubers together. Love to do another one. And I'm working on some collaborations right now with some other YouTubers, and keep you posted on that as I have updated information, and hopefully to be able to bring YouTubers onto the show as well. So we're gonna just keep growing out the channel and the network and the connections and everything else. And Jordan, hey Tracy, hey Blaine, welcome Wolfie, Wolf Life #1. Blaine, hi, and Peter Heckema. No, not me on the seaside, but I could be convinced. Maurice, when I come back on the 23rd, I'll give you a proper review of the seaside. Fantastic, Maurice. I will look forward to that for sure. Today's topic was why are you addicted to cruising? What is it that makes you, get off one cruise and you just got to book another one right away? What is it that makes you want to do something like that? And I got a few suggestions here that I came up with. I'm looking forward to seeing some of yours. But one of them I like is one of the real features I love about cruising is that you get to see multiple destinations on the trip. You unpack once, and you put your clothes away into your own closet, your own drawers, dresser, into your bathroom, and your shoes are down on down the bottom of the closet floor, and it's all put away. And you don't have to worry about packing and unpacking, packing and unpacking. You wake up the next morning and you're somewhere else. You might be 100 miles away. You might be 500 miles away. It all depends on how long you were out. You may well be at sea for an entire day, and the day after that, you're 800 miles from where you last were on land, and you're in another completely different place. And just try and think of this logistic. Can you imagine what the cost would be if you tried to do a 1-week tour of the Caribbean, where you would leave Miami after a day or two and get in an airplane and fly to St. Thomas and spend a night or two in St. Thomas, and then try to fly to Cayman Islands, spend a night or two in Caymans, and then fly to Cozumel, and then a night or two, and then back to Florida, all in a week. Can you imagine how much that would cost you, and how inconvenient that would be, having to pack your stuff every time, get to the airport with all the rules and regs and delays, and who knows what airplane you're going to be at, what airline you're going to be at. You can't fly back to Miami then to Cayman. You want to get from one to the other. It's almost impossible to do it without going back to Miami first and doing it. The connections, the missed flights, the weather in the air, what a pain. The second hotel might be a dive. The third one was okay. The fourth one, this isn't working. You got issues, and then food issues. You got to pay for everything. Where are you going to have breakfast? Where are you going to have lunch? Where are you going to have dinner? You may have it at the resort. You might not. It may not have dinner at the resort. You might have to find a restaurant. What a nightmare. And transportation and what entertainment? Entertainment? What entertainment? There's no entertainment. Reliable Wi-Fi? Good luck with that. That's what I love about a cruise. I just unpack the bags once I get on that ship, and for the next 6 nights, 7 nights, I'm relaxed, man, and I got my routine down. I know where the buffet is. I know where the hot dog and hamburger stand is on the upper deck there. I certainly know where the spa is. I know my spa. And, my wife and I, we get to determine what entertainment do we want to watch today. I mean, from all the choices we've got, do we just want to watch the movie out on the pool deck, on the big screen out there? Or do we want to go to the comedy club and watch what's going on there? Or want to go see the Broadway show in the main theater, the early show, the late show? Which one? Do we just want to hang out at the casino? Do we just want to go for a leisurely stroll on the promenade deck? And oh man, I'm just missing it already. It's killing me. Fantastic options. That's another reason why you're addicted to cruising. This is the way to go. Let's see here. Yes, we are coming in with all kinds of messages here. Let's see. Maurice, do you know Peter, who was on the seaside? I think we were talking about it Saturday. I'm not sure, Peter. Gregory, everything is provided. I love being on the water, loves to travel. We're cooking here 101. Gregory Hartman, multiple place instead of stuck in one place. Exactly. Richard C. Cruising is relaxing, and you continue to travel around the world. I love that too. Marie Singer, Bruce, where did you come up with those topics? Where do you come up with these topics every day? Well, Maurice, when it's your full-time job and you think 24/7 about what you're doing, you just kind of start coming up with stuff you want to talk about. And if I had a day job where I'm working 8 hours a day and, an hour's commute to get there and an hour's commute to get back, and the boss is stressing me out or my clients are driving me up the wall, I'd be able to donate an hour, 2 hours a day of my life to this. And you wouldn't be seeing me every day on the air. There's just no way. I couldn't be doing this. And the fact that yesterday was my day off, yeah, kind of. I'm on the internet. I am researching all the time. It's just a 7-day-a-week passion. But I also have to keep in mind all the other hats I have to wear at the same time. I have to wear the Facebook hat, the Twitter, the Instagram, Pinterest, all the work I'm doing, and then making videos, keeping on top of trends and YouTube, technical stuff. It just never stops. So when I tell you that I can't get a day job and do this at the same time the way I'm doing it, it's true. I just can't. It has to be I'm either all in or I'm a part timer. And if I'm a part timer, I'm on once a week maybe, and I'll probably be pretty tired when I am on because I'll have worked the 40 hours or whatever I'm doing. So that's when I tell you, when I get a donation on PayPal to make up for the fact that I'm not getting ad revenue, or I'm earning anything from affiliate marketing from Amazon, or you folks are buying any of this stuff, any of these shirts that we're putting on. We put a new logo on last night, I think. I can't tell you how much I appreciate it, because it's a source of revenue that's coming in because of my work. And it just kind of all comes into one pot. And I'm just trying to grow that pot to the point where it's actually a living. It's not a living yet. It's still just part-time money. But I'm only at 2,189 subs. I'm just looking at my list here. It's only 2,189 people. You can't live off of a YouTube channel with 2,189 subscribers full time. You can't. You have to have subsidy. And I have a subsidy. I got Jen, who has the day job. And without that, I wouldn't be here. There's just no way. And what I'm dying to do, dying to accomplish, is to grow this channel to the point where perhaps 10, 15, 20,000 subs will be the number. Somewhere up there will be the magic number where the momentum of the channel and the growth of the channel and the following of the channel will lead to a large enough following into all the areas of income that I'm bringing in. And the hope is that sooner rather than later, I will be monetized again on YouTube. They say the end of this month. This is the 9th. There's 3 weeks to go. They've missed 2 deadlines already. I hope they don't miss this one, and at least some advertising money will come in. But even so, even with that, it's going to be $200-300 a month from advertising, maybe at this point. I don't even know what the ad rates are anymore. I have no idea what the ad rates are. I've been off the pay scale since February. I don't know if rates have gone up or down, or where things are at with YouTube. So I'm totally in the blind. So I've got to set up all these independent streams of income while at the same time working to come up with the topics to have fun every day and enjoy the topic at hand. So that's in a nutshell what's going on here. It's a 7-day-a-week game, and I'm loving it. It's a lot of fun. MG told pheromones in the salt air. Oh yes, that's another thing. The sea, being out at the sea, loving that, and walking around the ship. I love standing at the back and watching the trail that we leave in the water. Oh, I love that view back there. It's fantastic. Blaine, addicted because it is basically all inclusive. Very good, sir. I agree with that. as opposed to staying at a Holiday Inn Express in the burbs near a convention center, and driving a car to go get a burger, to driving a car to go to the McDonald's for breakfast, driving a car to go to a place, to like a park, and just be able to walk around, and then fighting the traffic and driving and getting lost, and worrying more about how to get there and back than actually enjoying the feature you're trying to enjoy. That's something I don't miss. When I'm on a cruise ship, I don't have to worry about any of that. Someone else is driving this baby, and someone is looking after the plumbing and the heat and the air conditioning, and the chefs are taking care of the food part of the show. The hotel, the room staff, the room staff are taking care of us for whatever we need. Man, I love it. Fantastic. And the atmosphere on a cruise ship, you can't beat it. Everyone is in literally the same boat, and we're all having a great time, and I love it. It's just fantastic. Heather Young, be sure to give this video a thumbs up. Thank you, Heather, for mentioning that. Wendy Thompson, I love to cruise because they cook, clean, and plan things I can say yes or no to. Exactly. Options. You've got so many options of what to do with yourself when you're on this 1 week cruise, rather than you must all be here at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. You must all get on the bus and take the tour. You must all do. No. We decide where, when, how, and what we're doing all day long, all night long. I love that too. It's absolutely wonderful. Seakeeper, my addiction is triggered by WEET indulgences or wet indulgences. No cooking, no cleanup as much or as little entertainment as I want. No phone, no internet. Heavenly peace, bring it on. Yes, sir. You can be as busy as you want or as lazy as you want. Anytime you want, all the time. You can one day just go nuts and do all kinds of stuff, and the next day do nada. And I tell you, I love that about a cruise ship too. Maurice, I agree with you, Wendy. Maurice is saying, don't you feel like a week on a cruise goes by so fast? Too fast, Maurice. Way too fast. Desi Wagner, I like exactly what you like, Bruce. There you go, Desi. We're on the same page here. And Jordan, I love to cruise with family, especially with my son. I love to show him different parts of the world, to relax and meet new people. Yes, I had my one opportunity, one time, to escort my daughter, who turned 20, for a daddy-daughter cruise. This would be it. I doubt there will ever be another, unless I'm really frail and she's got to take care of me. This was my chance to escort my daughter. What was I at that point? 50. I was 52, 10 years ago. I was 52. She was 20, and I was able to do this trip of a lifetime with her that started with us flying to New York for 4 days, so she could hit the fashion area of New York. Dad would escort her there, and then Dad would show her some of New York. Then we went to Berlin for 4 days, from New York to Berlin. And she wanted to see that very much because she was studying German in college and university. She was studying the German language, and she was following German culture. I'm of German heritage. My mother's German. And so that was really meaningful for me on one level, and really interesting for her on another. And then from there, we flew to Southampton, flew to London, and took the bus to Southampton to our Norwegian cruise ship, 11-day cruise together through the Mediterranean. Starting in Southampton, ending in Barcelona, with I think 9 stop days. Oh, absolutely wonderful. I've made a promise to Jen that this is in our future. I have got to get Jen over there on that kind of a cruise. We've flown to Europe together. We've done Berlin a few times. So our daughter ended up living in Berlin, ironically, after having visited as a college kid. She ended up living in Berlin for a year or so, and we were able to visit her a few times. But Jen has not had a cruise in the Mediterranean, and this has got to be addressed, and hence why the race is on for viewers, subscribers. You know, who wants to subscribe? Get them on here. They hit the button there. They hit the button there, and they become subscribers and followers, and hopefully they become patrons of the channel, and I can go cruising. Yes, traveling with family, absolutely. Randy Lucas, I am so addicted to cruising, I'm considering becoming a professional cuddler. I figure the Bean and I could team up and make a killing. I mean, there are so many people would like to have cuddles. Randy, you just throw on a kilt, just like I was saying last night. You smuggle on some of the nice libations that you want to have, and then, go from there. Randy Lucas just got to sell the lovely Michelle on the business plan. That's just it. If Michelle would just buy in, it would be so, these wives out there would just buy in on our crazy plans. It would make our life a lot simpler. Wendy Thompson, our first cruise was in 91. Since then, no more 12-hour drives to see people who ask, when are you coming back to see us again, when they will never drive down to see you. Absolutely right. I got to say, when we moved to the Cayman Islands, the talk of the big talk between my wife and I was, when we were planning it, are we going to be homesick and missing all these relatives and, not seeing them for all this time? Well, surprise, surprise, surprise. You move to a place like the Cayman Islands, and subsequently, when we lived in Palm Desert, California, you live in places like that, all family comes up with all kinds of excuses to come down and visit you. They figure out with their math book, they get their calculators out and they go, if we just figured out a way to get some airplane tickets on sale to the Cayman Islands or to Palm Springs, California, maybe even Ontario, California, or LAX, Bruce will come and get us. We'll just have Bruce get in the car and drive an hour and 3/4 to LAX, pick us up and drive through that madness of Los Angeles all the way back to his place in Palm Desert. And we'll hang out in his condo because he lives right on a golf course. And just over there, 60 feet over there, is a swimming pool with a jacuzzi. We'll think of all the money we're going to save on hotels and meals because we'll just eat there and hang out with Bruce all the time. It'll just be great. And, we had to start getting a calendar out and an appointment book going to keep track of who's coming next. Oh, we saw relatives we hadn't seen in years. And he didn't come in for a weekend either. It wasn't like a quick in and out. Oh, no, we're staying for a week. We got 10 days. We got time because they're saving thousands of dollars to hang out with us and, of course, get the lay of the land about what's going on in the local neighborhood, especially in the Cayman Islands. You want to come down to the Caymans for a week or two, stay at the Ritz-Carlton Hotel or the Westin Hotel on 7 Mile Beach. $400 a night, $500 a night, and then you got to eat. Whoa, you're dropping $10,000-$15,000 in 1 week to 10 days. No trouble whatsoever. But if you come on to hang out with Bruce in his condo with his wife and daughter, oh, it's a lot more affordable. I never did get those $500 bonuses from any of those relatives as a thank you. Like, here's $500 to help towards all that. Really appreciate it. There's something to be said about that. Interesting. Anyway, what can I say? Oh, yes. Desi Wagner, are you talking about my job, Bruce? Desi's asking. I'm not sure, Desi, am I? Ann Jordan, CA nominee, Cruise Addicts, Bruce. You could be the CEO. Laugh out loud. Tracy Dunlap, I'm addicted to cruising for so many reasons. All-inclusive, responsible, vacations, seeing lots of different places. Love the water. You can do as much or as little as you want, unlike a travel tour. Think about a travel tour on the bus. And I don't have anything against travel tours at all. As a matter of fact, my father-in-law and mother-in-law, they took a dream holiday in their later years to Scotland. This was a dream of theirs. He served in the Second World War. He was stationed over there prior to heading over to Europe in the latter stages, and he had fond memories of the war years. And of course, the heritage of my better half, Jen's family, includes Scotland, Scottish folks, and this was a chance to see the homeland. And they took a bus tour, and when they did that bus tour, they were in their latter 60s, and the tour was designed just for their age group, for their ability to handle the trip. And thankfully, neither of them were in need of a walker or a wheelchair. Both of them were mobile. But, aches and pains like anyone else. But boy, did they talk to us about that they love it. And of course, in those days, this would have been in the 90s, you had film cameras, and they came back with rolls of film. They had them developed, and then we got the show. We were handing out the photos and seeing what was going on. They loved it, but they did talk about how every night they were in a different hotel. I would say I'm going to say they were on a 10-day trip, and they probably only stayed in a hotel for 2 nights, maybe twice on the entire ordeal. The rest of it was one night here, one night there. Now, the folks on the tour try to make it as easy as possible, of course, where you pack and unpack yourself, but just leave your bags in the hallway, and they'll take them from there. They were on the bus. They were off the bus. They didn't have to haul their luggage around. But, you're living out of a suitcase, literally. And during the day, you're touring. And during the evening, you're having dinner and getting some sleep. And the next morning, you're up for breakfast and then on the bus. And we're touring again. And like I said, in the 90s, that was a great way to go. Today, if they were alive today and in the kind of health that they were at that time, a cruise around the British Isles would be the one. That would be it right there. Start in Southampton or start at Hamburg and get a 15-day cruise with 12 stops through Ireland, Scotland, the UK, all through the UK, over to Iceland perhaps for a day or two. Now that would be for them because they could just unpack that one time, and dinner and breakfast, lunch, and it's all looked after. And yeah, you'll have shore excursions at your leisure if you feel like one today. Wow, what a way to go. So things have changed and evolved. These kinds of tours may have existed. Those types of cruises may or may not have existed in those days. Certainly not with the amenities we have now. Not a chance. And of course, today they would have the old cell phone going as their camera or a digital camera, and we'd be getting photos being sent to us via the internet as the trip was happening, because I'm sure that's happening with family and friends that who are on a cruise ship are probably sending photos back every day, letting you know, this is what we did today. This is where we went last night. This is what we're doing tomorrow. And you're getting a running play-by-play commentary of what's going on, rather than waiting for them to return and showing you the developed photos, if they developed at all, because there are a lot of rolls of film out there that never made it. What can I say? Thomas Henry, just don't get too big. MG and I went to CC or CTTV after Saturday's show, and that chat was hard to keep up with. Way too fast. I hear you. Seakeeper, kilts. What about kilts? I look good in a kilt. If it is not Scottish, it's crap. We have to wear one on your meet and greet. Can't wait. MG Toe. Sherry is pretty popular, that's for sure. Cam, hola, everybody. Maurice is saying, I just joined your Facebook group. Oh, fantastic, Maurice. If you need my approval, I'll give you that as soon as I get off the air. Cam, I've been addicted from the start. I love the atmosphere, the smiles, the laughs, the ocean, everything. Oh, I can't wait till Thursday. I know it. I had no idea. I had no idea when I took my first cruise as an adult on the Oosterdam in 2008. Also, that was 10 years ago. When I was going to take that cruise, I wasn't sure what was going to be like, because I knew I was on an ocean liner twice at aged 4 and aged or 4 and 6 or 3 and 4 and 7, something like that. Back in 62 coming back, I think 59 going over and 62 coming back. Anyway, what I remember from the ocean liner, I had fond memories, but I have no remembrances of the day-to-day cruise. It would have been 6 days across the Atlantic. 6 days as a 6-year-old. What do you remember? So going on the cruise ship on the Oosterdam, it was a wide open experience for me. I was just like a deer looking at headlights when I got there and saw the size of this monster, which by today's standards, we know the Oosterdam being 950 feet long is big, but it isn't a symphony of the seas at 1,100 plus feet and another 50 feet wider or so, 80 feet wider than the Oosterdam. But the Oosterdam was pretty intimidating. And the fact is that in San Diego, when you board a cruise ship, The street is right over here. You can walk on the sidewalk, and the top of the ship is hanging over your head. You're underneath the bow of the ship, walking the sidewalk. That's how close you can get to these things. Where in Bayonne, New Jersey, you can't walk up to a cruise ship in Bayonne, New Jersey. You can't get through those security gates a mile away to get anywhere near the pier. Well, San Diego, it's right downtown. So here I am in downtown San Diego. My wife and I were pulling our suitcases. We're looking at this cruise ship right in front of us. Holy moly, we're on this thing for a week. Wow. And so you're just blown away right off the bat. You're just blown away by the size and scope of this thing. And then, you know, the entire experience takes place. The embarkation process, walking that gangplank, going up the ramp to get into it. You come inside the ship for the very first time. You come into a cruise ship. And the folks on these cruise lines, they know exactly what they're doing. They're going to have you enter the ship right where the lobby is, the atrium, and you're going to come into the middle area of the atrium. You come in there and you look, and it's wide open. There's 7, 8 stories of cruise ship that you're looking at, with all the glass elevators going up and down, and the music being played over here by some musicians and people all over the place. It's just stunning. And you forget the fact that you just got on a ship. You have no idea. You think you're in some kind of classy 5-star hotel somewhere. And from there, it just keeps getting better and better and better. But as a veteran cruiser, after you've had a couple of cruises, now you got a whole other feeling when you get on a cruise. It's this anticipation of coming back to this environment that is so overwhelming at the beginning. You just get so excited. You're having trouble breathing properly because you're all pumped up to get on it because you want that feeling back. You want to be back in that atmosphere where it's just so lovely. It's clean. It's beautiful. It is different, all-encompassing. And the atmosphere just gets higher and higher with happiness as all of us get on board, because once you've got 4,000 passengers all on the cruise ship, we're all on the ship to have a great old time. And very few people get on a cruise ship to become miserable. It's the opposite. And I just love it. I can't, it's hard to describe. I do the best I can. I know you do the best you can. You all have your personal take on it, but it really is an amazing feeling to get on a cruise ship. If you've never been on a cruise before, if you're watching this show live or on a recording and you've never been on a cruise, you owe it to yourself. Absolutely, you deserve it to get on a cruise. Try one, whether it's a 1-week cruise or a 4-day cruise. You gotta go. You just gotta go. You gotta determine for your very own self if this can work for you. And I can tell you the approval rate is pretty high. There are very few who don't like it. Very few who don't like it. And I highly recommend it. Now, if you can ever go on a cruise with friends that have been on a cruise that you get along with, yes. If you've got relatives that want to take you on a cruise and you don't get along with them, and I mean you don't get along with them, don't do it. I'm telling you right now, don't do it. Go on your own. Go on your own and explore it for yourself. You'll be just fine. But if you've got relatives that you love to hang out with, a brother, a sister, a brother-in-laws, sister-in-laws, cousins that you just have a blast with, yes, do it, and you'll have a great time. Anyway, there you go. Nina Frank, exactly. Thomas Henry makes me dizzy watching it. Also, I can't stand her husband's voice. Not his fault, but he ticks me off. Nina will tell you straight up whether she likes you or she doesn't like you. And thank God, I think she likes me. I love Nina. Cool Jazz. Wonder how much gym membership goes up after folks get off a cruise. Yeah, Cool Jazz. Those first 4 days, you're just pigging out and you're going nuts. The last 3 days, you're leveling off because you can't keep it up. You kind of, I think if you stay 2 weeks on a cruise, you actually lose weight in the second week. But the first week, oh, you put it on big time. Then you level off, and then maybe you begin to lose a bit. But oh my, it's so easy to gain weight on a cruise. Oh man, oh man. Thomas Henry, Nina, I was wearing my Bose earphone, and it was weird when Mr. Cruise Tips TV talked. It was all in the left ear. I didn't like that. Thomas Henry, I like you can easily turn to the room for a rest anytime in addition to all the prior commitments. I like you can easily return to the room. Oh yes, with in your cabin on ship. Oh, for sure. You feel you've been out walking around and doing everything, and you just feel tired, and you just feel like you just want to be alone for a while. Head to your cabin. There's nobody there. If you got a balcony, even better, because now you're in your balcony and you can go out in your balcony and you're by yourself, and it's just the sound of the sea. If you're at sea, of course, or if you're at port, you're just looking out over the port. Wonderful. And you're, 6, 10, 12, 14 stories off the level of the ocean. Oh, you got views. Lovely. The sea air. Wonderful. Take a nap in the room. Absolutely great. Yeah, you can easily return to the room for a rest anytime you want. And Nina is asking why Cool Jazz. Nina's wondering why Cool Jazz. Nina, they get fat when they get on the cruise. Cool Jazz saying, I had a family reunion on the Norwegian in 2005. What a great cruise. Family was also featured in a cruise magazine. How about that? Fantastic. I tell you that it is a great way to have a reunion because, again, you can always get away from the fam because people think, oh, you're trapped on the ship. You can't get away from those people. Oh, think again. There's ways to get away from people on a cruise ship, whether it's the Norwegian Sun, the Jade, the Epic, the Bliss. Oh, you can hide all day from people. There are places to go. Oh, yeah, don't worry about that. You're never trapped with a family reunion like that. That's why they go so well. Debbie Manuel is here. Hi, Debbie, Tokyo. She's back. Hi, Bruce and everyone. Going to be like 99 in Chico today, 19 days and counting till the Bliss. Oh, you got to be getting so excited. It's going to be so great. Welcome back, Debbie. We were having lots of fun at your expense on Saturday. We had a cruise. I know you've seen the rerun, and I know you sent me a private message, and I know you enjoyed it. We had a lot of fun. Tokyo in your honor on Saturday. Welcome back. Thomas Henry, hi, Debbie. Waiting for you to join the Facebook page so I can friend you. That's right, Debbie. Everyone was asking, when is Debbie coming to the Traveling with Bruce Facebook page? Doesn't she do Facebook? I don't know. Hopefully she will. Debbie, come on over if you can. Scott Weber, I'm thinking of Europe next summer. I'm turning the big 6-0, and my daughter will be completing high school. Just don't know which itinerary I will do. Oh, yeah, that is the trip. You got to do it. That is the trip. That is the time. Coming out of high school, absolutely. You're not dealing with a 6-year-old anymore. You're dealing with an adult. And this is a trip that this individual will never, ever forget, as will you. You'll never forget the trip. You got to do it. Scott, there is no bad itinerary. My recommendation is either take a 1-week cruise and do a back-to-back, the two of them, or find a 10, 12-day cruise. Just look around and keep an open eye, whether it's maybe British Isles, up by Norway, Sweden, and Scotland, or into the Mediterranean itself. Keep an eye open on vacationsco.com for cruise deals, and you got plenty of time to pull the trigger on that. Nina say. Nina is giving very solid advice to Thomas Henry about not listening to somebody. And Jordan, hey, Debbie, how many days till the Bliss? 19 and 19. Ola, she's saying to Cam, Seakeeper, about cuddling. He goes on to say, I have a T-shirt that says "Polar Bear Hugs Available Free Here. Just ask." I spent the better part of a sea day hugging strangers until I decided to ditch the shirt. Listen, if it's free, people will ask for it. Yeah, you gotta have the T-shirt in such a way that cuddles are available. $5 each, and then you gotta make it worth your while. You might not get as many, but if you get 3 or 4 an hour, it's $15-20 an hour of your time. It pays something. You gotta make it pay. I mean, come on. Nina Frank, do a 14-day repositioning, Scott, is an answer to what kind of cruise you should take. Seakeeper, love that comment. Debbie saying hi to everybody. Thomas Henry, careful with the hugs. Did you see the news? John Lasseter has left Disney due to unwanted hugs. He has quite a film career. I did not know that. Cam, now I want a free hugs shirt. I'm a hugger. We'll have to make one for Traveling with Bruce. I guess we'll have to make some kind of a hugger shirt for Traveling with Bruce. I don't know. Oh, Thomas Henry. Yes, Nina, the repos are the best repositioning cruises. I'm waiting. for Norwegian Cruise Line to post the Star repo either to or from South America in 2020. The Norwegian Star repo positioning cruises. Very interesting. Scott Weber. My parents loved Europe so much they bought a vacation home in Seaford, England. See, how about that? Thomas Henry. Too bad the Panama Canal has been so popular. It's now more of a destination than a repositioning cruise. Yeah, kind of. I suppose. Let's see. Ann Jordan. Awesome, Debbie. Getting close. Peter Noonan is here. Greetings, cruisers. Hi, Peter. How are you? Pamela Jordan. Hi, Bruce, and everyone. Better late than never. There's another joiner. Hi, Pamela. MG Tow. I was miserable on a couple of cruises. 5,000 passengers and 3,000 crews. Not very fun. Not very much fun. He's thinking, well, gotta stick those smaller ships. A cruise ship for you is the Viking. The problem for you is the cost. Viking isn't cheap, but you only have 930 people maximum. No kids, nobody under 18. Maybe MG cruise for you will be in the future Virgin Voyages, because no one under 18 on Virgin either. But they start in a couple of years. Otherwise, you're going to have to take a look at Norwegian Sun, Norwegian Star, the Jade, maybe some of the Princess ships, Holland America, Veendam, Oosterdam, the Amsterdam, those ships. What else? Cunard, perhaps, the Victoria, the Queen Victoria, maybe, but not the Queen Mary 2. It's too big. But anyway, there's tons of ships for EMG. There are a ton available. Sylvia, hi everyone. Greensboro, North Carolina, 84 degrees. Sylvia's in the house. How are you, dear? AJ Walsh is here. Totally agree with Bruce. Cruising is an ultimate vacation. AJ, welcome back. Nice to have you. MG is saying crowds everywhere, waiting lines everywhere, fights for food, fist fights. Entertainment requires reservations for stuff. He doesn't like the big ships. I hear you there. There's certain things I agree with you about the big ships that I'm not crazy about. There's certain things I kind of like about them. You gotta decide. The good news is it isn't like one ship or another. There are hundreds of them out there now with 6, 7, 8 cruise lines. Lots of choices. Mary Ellen Shaw. Bruce, I don't think we should be slamming or insulting other YouTubers on here. Mary, I don't like to have it happen. I'm not one to want to do it. I think all YouTubers are to be enjoyed by their fans, but sometimes I cannot control what someone says. I can't do it. But Mary, I'm more of a lover than a fighter. I hope you know that. And I personally think that Cruise Tips TV, personally, I think they run a fantastic channel. I really do. I am envious of their success, but I know that it wasn't handed to them. They work their tails off for the success that they have and will continue to have. I know they run a second channel, which is all about cruising gear, that type of thing. They post videos all the time. They go on cruises all the time. It's a family of 3 with a young gentleman there. And I really respect the 2 of them. I look at them and I ask myself, or I say to myself, albeit for the fact that it's 2018 and this is the way technology is today, if I were 30 years younger and I could somehow pull off the ability to be a full-timer as a YouTuber, I would do it. I would absolutely jump at the chance to be doing what I'm doing now as a 32-year-old as opposed to a 62-year-old. But the cards were dealt to me that the internet and the YouTube and the ability to post daily streams like this are available to me now. And in this year, 2018, the fact that I was born in 55, too bad. But these youngsters, these 3 people who are not children, they are full-grown adults and they know exactly what they're doing. They are going for it, and I know that she's working in a full-time job. I believe she's a travel agent, and she's working on that channel. He's working on that channel with her, and I think they do a stupendous job. I really respect them, and I would love to meet them someday in person. I would love that. Because I would be dying to talk to them about YouTube stuff, just to shoot the breeze about the tube. because tubers love talking to tubers about what's going on. If I ever could collaborate with them on something, or have them on this show for an interview, oh man, I'd drop a hat at a drop of a hat. I would do that. I really am impressed with their work ethic and the results. Their channel is very successful, and yet in the world of YouTube, I know that they're around 45,000 subscribers, maybe a little more than that now. They have a small channel. I have a micro channel. My channel is micro. I'm the size of an atom. Theirs is a little larger than that, but there are channels with millions of followers that have a whole different feel and a whole different design and everything else. But I respect the fact that the two of them hold live shows, even as large as they are. Comments were made and they're accurate, that it's hard to read the comments because they go by so fast. That's what happens when you have 45,000 fans and you've got maybe 500 participating in a show live. Right now, I've got 45. There's 45 of you showing on my computer right now. The script is rolling, but nowhere near as fast as that. But for them, she can't say hi to everybody. She can't be as individualistic as I can right now. For now. But I like the job they do. I really do. So if you're offended, I apologize, but it's not my intent. And like I say, I'm a fan of all YouTubers, who entertain, inform, educate, and who really work at their craft. I have nothing but respect for all of them. And Mary, I hope that's okay. And like I say, there are times that comments are made, and it's just the way it goes. It's not with a mean intent at all. Yeah, when I'm on a cruise, it's one of the few times I'm actually genuinely happy. I let go all of the stress, all of the sadness, all of the worries. And I tell you, folks, there's enough sadness, there's enough stress, there's enough worries in the world at large, in our own lives, and in the lives of others. And I agree. This, to me, cruising as well is also, for me, a stress reliever. I lose stress knowing that I'm going on a cruise. Knowing that there's a cruise coming, I'm already slowing down, because I already know what's coming, because I've done it before. And that's why I say to any of you out there who have never been on a cruise, after your first cruise, you've changed. You've changed. 99 out of 100 of you will have changed for the better, and you'll be booking your second cruise pretty fast, pretty quick, and you'll have some specific wants on your second cruise that you didn't realize you could have had on your first, which makes total sense. But watching this show, hopefully, we're helping you decide either your first ever cruise, what it's going to be, which line, where you're going to go, or a subsequent cruise, because you haven't cruised for a while. We kind of keep you posted on what's coming and going on, and hopefully you'll be able to be that much more informed of your next cruise. King Ho is here. What's your favorite ship? King, I got so many. Oosterdam on Hall America, I really enjoyed very much. Enjoyed the Norwegian Jade as well. I really enjoyed that ship. There were two of them that I really liked. MG2, I was more stressed when I got off the ship than getting on. Yeah, I'm more depressed. Cam is saying, hold on, Debbie. MG2, from now on, I won't get on a cruise ship unless it has an outside promenade so I can enjoy the ocean. I agree. That's a big thing for me. I love walking around the ship. I just love spending an hour on outside, just watching the waves go by, watching the ship create the white foam as it breaks the water. I love it. Yep, it's a biggie for me too. Peter Noonan, me and my lady did the Boston to Bermuda first week in May, our first, and it was amazing. Fantastic, Peter. You're in there. Peter, Debbie Manuel, Thomas, I did that last week. Says I am now a member on Facebook. Oh, wonderful. Wonderful. Debbie Manuel, Ola Cam, hope all is well. Nina Frank, remember, is also a question of money. As a solo traveler, it's double and can be hefty, unfortunately. I agree. That's very true. Nina, though I definitely considered Carnival Magic for $820 on the 25th of November. Good deal. Thomas Henry, I would not call what we did slamming, just a dislike for the crowd there. Fair enough. It's all in how you interpret the comment. I know. Scott Weber, my travel agent recommends a combined Aegean Greek islands with a Western Mediterranean on the Emerald Princess. Never been on Princess. How is the Emerald Princess? I don't think you'll be disappointed. I think you'll be kind of happy. You'll be satisfied. You're not going to be inundated with surf riding machines or huge tubular slides and all that sort of stuff. You're going to be on a cruise. But you know what? The star of the show in the Mediterranean is the Mediterranean, are the shore excursions. Those are the stars of the show. You'll love the ship. You'll love the cruise, yes. But you'll find that you're going to love the cruises because of the onshore days that you have, and the fact that at the end of the onshore day, you get to go back on that cruise ship again. And you're not going back on a cruise ship to now go rock climbing and surfing on a simulator. You're going back to relax. You might go to the spa. You might go into a hot tub for a while, take a swim, lie down on a lounger, get a nap, and then have dinner and enjoy some entertainment and get a good night's sleep. Because why? Tomorrow you're on shore again. Here we go on another tour. So not a bad plan. Your travel agent's on the right track there. Just a matter of whether you like the itinerary. Let's see. Thomas Henry. Yes, Bruce, I agree. Really like the content of Cruise Tips TV. Nurse Nancy clapping. Nina Frank. Hi, Nurse Nancy. Nina Frank. Just so you know, Scott, the Greek islands are very windy, and they are all with tender because of the nature of the islands. Look into the itinerary of the cruise that's being offered, and take a look at how many of the stops have tenders, how many where you can walk off the ship, and then decide for yourself whether you want to do that or not. I don't like tenders. Personally, I don't really care for them. I enjoy a cruise where I can walk off the ship, but that's this guy. It's up to you. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Suzanne Hoffman, cruising always gives me a sense of gratitude. There you go. I'm with you there. I know that when I took my first cruise on the Oosterdam, cheers everybody. I took my first cruise on the Oosterdam. I had just finished a month earlier. I had just finished a whole bunch of work that I had done through November, December, January. And I needed a few weeks to recover, which I had before the cruise started. And then I was on this cruise ship, and it was probably the second or third day that it hit me. I really realized, wow, this is really a spiritual thing. This really is something. It really gets to you. If you enjoy it, you really enjoy it. And I found that this made me reflect on my life and my friends and people I knew. And I was grateful for the experience that I was having on the ship. I realized around me how hard people were working to let it be my vacation. I could plainly see with my own two eyes the absolute work that the staff on a cruise ship goes through to make it work the way it works, from the officers to the managers to the rest of the employees. I really respected that, but I was also made to feel welcome, and the crew really insisted that you're here to relax. That's why you're here. You've worked hard to get here. This is a pleasure for you. This is a reward for your efforts. Take advantage of it. That's why we're here. We're here to lessen the stress and increase your enjoyment. And if it improves your mental state of mind, our job has been done. And I buy into that every time. So yeah, you do feel you feel a sense of gratitude being on a cruise ship, because boy, it is an atmosphere that I love and really enjoy. And I pass on to all of you, by all means, do it. John Vincent is here. Hi, John. Bruce, finally going on my first cruise in August on Carnival Pride. Do you happen to know if one of the ports where I'm going have parasailing? It is Freeport, Grand Turk, and Coco Cay. Guys, I'm going to throw that one over to you guys on the floor. I'm going to ask my viewers for this. Help John Vincent on this question. What do you think? Blaine is saying, John, log onto your Carnival account. You can click on the ports and see what they offer. Great advice right there. Seakeeper, I have sailed an Emerald Princess twice. Glorious ship. Very zen and relaxing. Thomas Henry, Debbie, you must have some tight security. It doesn't have a friend request available. Interesting. Nurse Nancy, I was trying to say hi. Glad I could make it. Hi, Nurse Nancy. I'm glad you're here. Nina Frank, like the Princess ships. They're very classy, by the way. Steaming Bean. Hey, 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 the steamer's here. The steamer. How you doing, pal? How's it going? We survived the cruise wars together. Awesome stuff. And Jordan, hey, Nurse Nancy. Thomas Henry, hi, Nurse Nancy. Just what I need. Have been sick for the better part of 4 weeks now. Was on Perigazone last week. Helpful for all of 4 days. Coughing due to sinus drainage. We're looking for medical advice here. Oh, my goodness. John Vincent, thanks, Blaine. I will do that. Peter Ekema, Bruce, any new group, any news on a group cruise, January, February 2019? I have been looking at different cruises, and ships are starting to book up already for early next year, especially the newer ships. And I don't have anything yet as of today, but stand by. Thomas Henry, better late than never. Beaner, Desi Wagner, hey, Bean, superstar. Charles Jordan, someone explain to me the difference between a cruise ship that has 6,000 passengers and 2,700 crew members to a cruise ship that is much smaller and only holds 2,000 passengers and 1,000 crew members. Well, you know, the difference, of course, is size of the ship, and that just changes everything. But economics for the cruise lines, oh, do they make a lot more money per passenger on the big ships versus the small ships. You lose 20 bookings at the last minute on a small ship, that bites into the profits. You lose 10 or 20 on a monster ship, it bites, but not as much because each passenger's numbers are better on a cruise ship, on a large ship for a cruise line. Charles Jordan, no matter how you look at it, both ships will be overcrowded. The only way it would make a difference would be for either ship not to be booked for full capacity. Well, there's that. Nurse Nancy, sorry to hear you are feeling poorly, Thomas. Rest up, Nurse Nancy. Hi, Bean. I'm a fan. Cool Jazz, any thoughts on a river cruise? Cool Jazz is asking. I've looked into river cruises from time to time, but not like really aggressively. What stops me in my tracks are the dollars required to take a river cruise. I'm pretty sure I'd like it, but I'm also I kind of really know that I'm kind of, my DNA kind of says to me, Brucey boy, you like the bigger ships. You like the big spa. You like that the big spa pool in, say, on the Epic, the Norwegian Epic, that can hold 20 people. You like that. I like that spa area that is 10,000 square feet in size, or whatever it is. It's huge. River ships can't have that. Can't do it. Although a 1 week or a 10-day or 2-week trip on a river cruise is an entirely different experience. I think I'd enjoy it for the experience that it would be. But I do know going in, I love the idea of getting lost on a big ship and taking an hour to walk it, or 2 hours to just stroll around and enjoy. Sit down and on a chair, just look out over the sea for a while, and then walk again and go. River cruising is different. It's all different, but it's its own unique thing. And the river cruise fans are so into it that Viking, they were a river cruise company until what, 4 years ago, and now they're into the ocean business using the same format, smaller people numbers, 930 maximum per cruise ship. 650 staff, and the ships are coming out every 9 months. Another one. They're up to 6 now, 5 on the water, 6 coming out shortly. That's a business that's expanding and will continue to expand. So, the format works on the river or on the ocean, all inclusive, no children, that kind of thing. So there you go. I'm sure I would enjoy a river cruise, but the dollars have held me back from going there because the value of an ocean cruise ship is just so much more for me. Now, give me 150,000 viewers and 3 million views a month on my channel. It might change my attitude. I can afford it perhaps, but not right now. I don't know if we've been around long enough to get there either. I don't know. Thomas Henry, much busier buffet. There you go. Debbie Emanuel, I'll check on it, Thomas. Maybe I can ask to friend you. We'll be on later today since Mom wanting me to look at one of her posts. There you go. Norman Duarte, big spot. Yes. MG Toe, less cost to operate a smaller ship. You can go on more places more intimate without the crowds yeah, on those smaller cruise ships. Yes, Scott Weber, 2,000 is still a big ship. A medium ship's about 1,500, and a small ship is 1,000 or less. And you pay for a small ship. Oh, and you will pay for, you know, you want to go on a 6-star line like Seabourn, you will be pampered. You will not feel crowded. You will be well looked after. You will eat well. You will drink well. You will shore excursion well. But you will pay for it too. That is a 6-star line at 6-star prices, and deservedly so. And Jordan, never been on a river cruise. Can they be? They can be quite expensive, but are they worth it? You ask someone who's been on a river cruise, and they'll say, "Wow, loved it. I really enjoyed it." Um, I guess I'm going to say this: if you can afford to go on a Norwegian cruise right now, and you can afford the Haven Club, the Haven level, you're paying premium money to go up there. You can afford a river cruise. If you go on a Norwegian cruise like me, and you can afford a balcony when it's on sale, like say 700 for a week, 650, 750, 800 for a week, if that's your limit, you can't go on a river cruise. You just can't. Even with all the other charges added in, river cruises have other charges built in too, to a degree. But at 400 a night to start, it's just out of my wheelhouse. And that's the problem with river cruises. The beauty of it, though, is if you're on a river cruise and there's only 110 passengers or up to 195 passengers total on the entire vessel, the staff will take great care of you. Only 195 of you to look after. You'll be well looked after, and you'll have wonderful shore excursions because there's only 195 maximum that'll participate in any event. And so quite nice. Cool Jazz, how would you like to live on a world ship? I don't know. I don't know how I would like that. It sounds exciting. It sounds kind of exotic, but it might have its limitations for some of us. You know, it depends on your family situation, really. If your children are just having grandchildren for the first time, awful tough to leave home. Awful tough to leave the hometown if you're with the kids. The kids live miles away, and you only see them once or twice a year. Maybe that's different. If you're older and your children are older, if you're in your 60s, 70s, and your kids are in their 30s and 40s, oh, then maybe it might work for you. But you've got to give it up. You got to either be able to carry the house and the cruise the full time, or you got to drop one to do the other. And that means putting stuff in storage, which I can't imagine you want to do. That would really not make any sense. It means selling off a lot of what you got. And for some people, they can't let go. They just can't let that go. I get it. It makes sense. But, you know, for some folks, it might be an adventure for a year or two. You never know. But to get on the world ship, very difficult to get in. You got to buy in, and the units just don't become available very often. So, and there aren't many ships out there you can live on them full time. However, I've had discussions on this channel about if you want to be on a cruise ship for like 3 or 6 months full time, this is very doable. Now, you might want to say if you're in an apartment right now, you might want to sublet your apartment to someone, a friend of yours, and let them carry the rent while you're gone. And you can live on a cruise ship for say 6 months. Let's say you and another traveler, and you just have to be a savvy shopper. I say be a savvy shopper and look for these cruises back to back to back to back, where you can get a good deal on a cabin for maybe 6 cruises in a row, and then switch ships and itineraries and do another 4 or 6 weeks on another ship, and so on and so on and so on. And you might end your cruise with a repositioning cruise for 2 weeks or 15 days or 17 days to Europe. And then once you're in Europe, you might stay there in bed and breakfasts for a couple of weeks and then fly home one way. And there's your 3 or 6 month time frame if you can put it all together back to back to back to back to back. On the other hand, if you find that there are a few weeks in the middle of that 6 month stretch where you just can't get a deal, then you might want to break up your cruise life and travel home, or travel to a friend who you haven't seen for a while, hang out with them for a week or two, and wait for the cruises to start that you've booked that are at that cheap prices, and go back, grab a Southwest Airlines flight if you can, or Frontier or Spirit or whatever, and get back to the ship and continue on. So there's ways to do certain things. It's a question of just what you want out of life. But permanent full-time living on a cruise ship for years in advance, that's another animal. And there are a few people who do it. They negotiate a deal with the cruise line for a certain ship for say a 6-month time frame at a time, or a 1-year commitment, and the cruise line will negotiate a deal with you if you want to commit to something like that. But you may want to try it first for a couple of months and just see if it's for you or not, and what ship or cruise line will work for you, and go from there. Let's see. MG Toe, yes, Scott, I prefer ship no larger than 2,700 people. I guess that's why Holland America is building a new 2,700 passenger ship. They learned, they found their niche. Charles Jordan, Thomas Henry, that wouldn't apply if both ships are booked to full capacity. Charles Jordan, I'm not sure what his point was. Where were we here? No matter, you look overcrowded, the only way it would be making a difference if they were either ship was not fully booked at full capacity. Well, yeah, I guess. AJ Walsh, XL's coming to Carnival 2020, 180,000 tons. Yes, that's right. Big ships to Carnival are on the way. Lisa Moore, hi, Cam, did you get everything you need for your cruise yet? Have you done your shopping? MG Toe, yes, AJ, a shopping center on the seas with a captive audience. Lisa Moore, Cam, don't forget to go to the bank and get some single dollar bills for tips. Other ways to know if you're addicted to cruising, endless things to do on board. You know that there's always something to do on board a cruise ship, whether at sea or not. We've talked about this a little bit. Sea days, time to relax, reflect, lose stress. Number 5 here, no dishes, no taking out the garbage, no doing the yard work, no cash requirements for going to the Burger King or going to the shopping mall, and none of that stuff. It's all charged to the room. The room is cleaned every day for you. The bed is made every day for you. The bathroom is cleaned for you every day. You're just being pampered all the time. You gotta love it. The food is always ready whenever you're hungry. You feel like breakfast at 8 o'clock? Go at 8. Feel like breakfast at 8:45? Go then. You feel like breakfast at 9:30? Go then. If you like lunch at 2, have lunch then. You got choices too, not just one place. I love that. Food, from a burger to 5-star dining in the same resort, practically 24/7. You gotta love that. That's absolutely fantastic. Dessert, almost anytime you want it, save for maybe the middle of the night. You can get dessert almost any time on the ship, from say, 6 a.m. to almost midnight. You can get dessert. I love it. I love it. Spa on board. And you can go to the spa with unlimited abilities because of your spa pass. That's the biggie for me. I don't buy a spa pass that says you can only come once a day for 2 hours. Oh, no. My spa pass is unlimited. I can go in there at 8 in the morning. I can go back in there at 3 in the afternoon. And if I feel like having a spa towards the end of the day, just before they close, I can go back there again. I love that. I find, though, that once or twice a day is all I need. Onboard features are you've got onboard features from full-blown activity. Go to the exercise area and workout areas, and hit the treadmill and hit the bike. You want to do that? Lift some weights? Go. You want to be in a yoga class? Go. You want to climb a rock climbing wall on some of these ships? Knock yourself out. You want to do some practice putting on the mini golf course? Help yourself. You just want to lie in a lounger on your balcony or on a pool deck? Then do that too. I love it. Maybe sometimes you just kind of want to watch people work out. I love watching people play basketball and running their butts off. I love that because I'm not doing it. And you can critique them to yourself. Anyway, those are some of the points about, you're addicted. You got to go back on a cruise. Let's see here. Nurse Nancy saying, I would rather just cruise for vacation 1 week or so. Absolutely. MG's agreeing with you. MG, but now I only want to go on a 2-week cruise minimum. There you go. There's another option for you. Last point of info that I had today was the fact that Miami, there are 5 new cruise ships coming to the Port of Miami this year that will use the Port of Miami as its home port. The 5 ships are Mariner of the Seas from Royal Caribbean. Starting June 25, the Mariner of the Seas will run 3- and 4-day cruises to the Caribbean. $120 million makeover being completed on that ship, a major makeover. That's a 10-year-old vessel. 120 going into a 10-year-old ship. Wow. And it'll be beautiful. I'm sure it'll be spotless. And it's going to use Miami as its home. The next one I have on my list, Carnival Horizon. The Carnival Horizon will arrive in Miami September the 20th, and we'll be offering 6 and 8 night Caribbean cruises out of Miami. And that's a ship with all the bells and whistles that Carnival has now. Guy's Burgers, those bike sky rides, the Cubana area in the back. Fantastic ship. It should be a wonderful time. The third ship that's new to Miami this year, Allure of the Seas. One of the original monsters. I think it was the first big ship that Royal Caribbean launched in the Oasis class, if I'm not mistaken. November the 5th, Allure of the Seas will be running 7-night Caribbean cruises. There may be some deals out of Miami because the fourth ship on the list that's coming to Miami, Symphony of the Seas. Symphony of the Seas, 6,000 plus passengers, 1-week cruises running into the Caribbean starting November the 9th. So November the 5th, the Allure of the Seas is running 6,000 passengers a week. November the 9th, Symphony of the Seas is running 5,000 to 6,000 to 6,500 passengers a week. There might be some deals on those two ships as time goes by. Norwegian Bliss makes the next one on the list, the fifth one on my list. Norwegian Bliss, November the 17th, will end up in Miami, calling it its home port for 7-night Caribbean cruises. And so November 5, November 9, and November 17, 3 ships will start coming in out of Miami, all in that 5,000+ capacity each on a weekly basis. 15,000 passengers a week are getting on, getting off that cruise, those 3 cruise ships out of Miami. So deals this year might be found out of Miami as the year goes on and the months go by. We'll have to keep an eye on these cruises and see what they do for us. Very exciting stuff. Brittany Lockwood is here. Hi, Bruce. Hi, Brittany. How are you? Norman Duarte. I like to be on land for 12 hours. Some ships too short of time when they can dock can really be short of time to enjoy the land. I hear you, Norman. Sometimes you don't get enough time on shore for some of these places. Cool Jazz, Horizon sailing out of New York right now, he's saying. Blaine saying, I'll be on Horizon for 8-day cruise in November. Fantastic. Brittany Lockwood, Mariner of the Seas is returning to America, and that could be the reason for the ship be getting a major makeover. Yeah, she's being done 10 years on. It was time. And I did a video on her, and you can check her out on YouTube on the work that was done on that ship. Brittany, Oasis of the Seas is the first and massive ship from the Royal Caribbean. So we have Oasis, we have Allure, Harmony of the Seas, Symphony of the Seas. Fantastic vessels, each and every one. Absolutely wonderful. Charles Jordan, Allure was the second and the sister ship of the Oasis. Thank you, everybody. Oasis, that's why they call it the Oasis class. It was the first one. Allure was number 2. I think Harmony was 3 and Symphony is number 4, if I got it right. The 5th ship is coming in about 2.5 years. They'll start laying the keel for that one probably in the next 6 months, and that'll be the next one. Fantastic developments there. But large ships coming from other cruise lines. Carnival, definitely. Ada Cruising, which is a Carnival subsidiary, 180,000 tons. MSC, they're coming up with 160,000 and 180,000 ton ships as well. P&O Cruises in Britain, 160 to 180,000 ton ships are coming. Some real big ships coming behind these Oasis class ships. It's only a matter of time where someone, a certain cruise line somewhere, will say 250 to 300,000 ton ships coming from their cruise line. Sooner or later, the engineering will be there eventually. Quite amazing. Let's see here. Finish up with my comments here. Ann Jordan, Royal Caribbean had pics of Mariner of the Seas in dry dock on Instagram last week. Will be interesting to see. Absolutely. Brittany, my idea of a good length of cruise would be a world cruise. Yes, Brittany, I'm with you there. Good idea. Cam, hola, Lisa. I've gotten everything I think. I've been packed for weeks. Laugh out loud, and I've added a few things. Cam's ready to go. He's ready to go, and Cam is going to report to us on how it works out. How are we doing on our thumbs ups today? 38 thumbs ups today. Not bad, you guys. Thank you very much for that. I want to thank all of you for finding my Facebook page, the group page, Traveling with Bruce. Welcome any of you who haven't found it yet to come by and say hi. Join the group, let you in, and you can see all the photos that the members are already posting from the cruises that they've been on, ships that they've loved. I invite you to share any photos you want on that group page. And we're talking cruising 24/7 over there. Thank you again for finding my affiliate link to Amazon. You can shop on Amazon through a link on my channel on the description below this video. Right now, there's a link into Amazon. If you shop, you buy anything on Amazon within 24 hours of linking in there, I get a commission for whatever you buy. It varies from 2% to 10%. And I thank any and all of you who have been going to Amazon, picking up a few items. It all helps keep me on the air, and I appreciate it. And thanks again to all of you who have been sending me PayPal donations from time to time, $5, $3, $10, or more. And some of you, I really thank you very much for your very generous contributions. Jen and I are more than humbled by that. We are very appreciative. It goes a long way to paying the bills, and I appreciate it. We are still unmonetized on YouTube, have not been paid by YouTube since Feb 20 as an operating channel with now 2,100 subscribers, almost 40,000 hours of watch time. I'm still not monetized. No one will say why. We are hoping that by the end of June, it'll be rectified. We're waiting and trying to survive in the meantime on the generosity of all of you through affiliate and through donations, and also these. Picking up some swag on the Redbubble store that I have, which the link is also below this video. You can pick up coffee mugs, you can pick up travel mugs, stickers, tote bags, hoodies, men's t-shirts, women's t-shirts, hoodies, and sweatshirts, and wall clocks, tote bags, cell phone holders. I'm running out of what to tell you. There's so much stuff there. I can't believe it. I think we have 15 logos going right now on my Redbubble store. 15 different Traveling with Bruce logos and more coming. I'm excited. I hope you like them. I'm getting photos posted on the Facebook page of people who are getting their stuff, which I love because you're sending me photos of your mugs and your shirts, and I can see all the logos and what they look like on the shirts, and I'm getting happy, positive reports for the quality of the shirts and the timing of how fast they came in. I'm really, really happy about that. A couple more comments have been coming in here. Let me just catch up here. Cam is all packed up. Norman, I know a big ship is going to port in Maine, Portland, 6,000 people. Boy, that might be too many. MG Tow, Norwegian's parent, Genting, that owns Star Cruises that you never hear about, is building a massive ship as well. You're right, 200,000 tons plus. I do know about that one. We're waiting to hear about that when it's released. Brittany Lockwood, my next cruise will be after I graduate from college in December, and you deserve it. Fantastic. Brittany, that's going to be great. And Jordan, why are they digging their heels, Bruce? You should be by now. Come on, YouTube. I really don't know, and I want to say they're overwhelmed with the reviews. I want to say that they're incredibly busy filtering out the trolls and some of the other disturbers out there. I want to say that, but I might have to say that they're just not organized enough, or they're just, for whatever reason, I just cannot put my finger on exactly, other than volume. I'm just hoping that's what it is, a volume issue. So many channels to be reviewed, and I'm one of them. I don't know why I'm one of them. We had 1,000 subscribers on February 19th before the cutoff. We were over 1,000 subscribers. But not monetized. Don't get it. Brittany, your channel deserves to be monitored or monetized, and YouTube, in my opinion, owes you $100,000. Brittany, boy, I love your style. I'll tell you right now, $100,000. Yeah, I tell you right now, I don't care how I get it. I mean, if I just win the lottery, I take it. Now, if there's somebody really rich out there who's watching this show but has never subscribed to my channel, but enjoys my my little shtick that I do here once in a while, and you're feeling particularly generous, and you want to send $100,000 my way by way of an anonymous donation, I am not adverse to receiving one like that. I might have trouble explaining where it came from. But I take any and all donations. Let me tell you, the larger the donation, the sooner I'll be cruising. I'll tell you that. If 100,000 came in, there might be a meet and greet like in 2 weeks. There would be a quick meet and greet put together. So anybody wants to do something like that, you just take care of it. Oh, I'll be good. There's the PayPal link is just up here on my homepage. It's easy to find. Trust me. MG Toe, save the SS United States. Oh, if someone had 50 million or 100 million, that might be done. Brittany Lockwood, that is what YouTube owes you. There you go. Thank you so much, Brittany. Tell the world. And speaking of telling the world, thank you all for sharing my videos on Facebook. Thank you for all of you who are retweeting my tweets whenever I announce a new cruise or a new video, or those of you who are retweeting my tweets for my Amazon link. I really want to thank you for that. That is really helpful. I need to get that link out to as many people as humanly possible. If any of you go to my Facebook page, the Traveling with Bruce page, from time to time, I will post an item that's perfect for taking on a cruise, like those cubes, those packing cubes. I'll put a reference to an Amazon item with a link there. If any of you can share those to the world, boy, would that make a difference for my affiliate link traffic. And you just never know. It might reach someone's eyes who is a real frequent Amazon shopper, and all of a sudden I'll get these reports coming in that these commissions are coming in. That would be terrific. It costs no different whether you buy an item on Facebook with my link or without it. It costs anyone the same, but a commission is paid by Amazon, and I might as well get it if it's available. So thank you to all of you who've been helping me with my retweeting and reposting and sharing. I really do appreciate it. It just goes a long way. Anyway, there you are. Brittany, your videos are amazingly fun to watch. Thank you, Brittany, for your kind words. I really appreciate it. We work hard at it. I have to thank my viewers, though. The videos are a lot of fun because of my viewers and my participants in the show, which is fantastic. Debbie, have a great day, everyone. See you all twice tomorrow. Toodles. Yes, tomorrow, 2 shows, 5 o'clock Eastern, 8 o'clock Eastern, 8 o'clock tomorrow night. Trivia. We're playing trivia tomorrow night, 8 o'clock. Get ready, everybody. No cheating on Google. And Jordan, they change their minds all the time with these rules and regs. They have been kind of known to do that lately, and it's been kind of driving some of us crazy. But it's a price you got to pay for what they offer. And what they offer me is to be able to talk to you. And without this, I'd have nothing. So thank you, YouTube, for what you're giving me. I just wish I were treated like the other channels with monetization, and I'm praying that I'm less than 3 weeks away from monetization or sooner. That would be wonderful. Thomas Henry, bye, everybody. Jim Thomas, later, guys. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for your thumbs ups today. Enjoyed the time today. What a great show. We covered a lot of topics. I really had a good time. I hope you did too. This is Bruce with Traveling with Bruce saying, Steamer and I survived Cruise Wars Battles number 4 together over the weekend. We had a lot of fun. I want to talk to Steamer a little more about that. Maybe we can do that tomorrow. And we had a great time. Wednesday, day after tomorrow, La Locolita will be here on my channel Wednesday, day after tomorrow. Don't miss that show. We should have a lot of fun talking to them. And you guys can ask questions of those guys, and I'm happy to pass it on. So let's have some fun tomorrow with 2 shows. Wednesday, La Lido Loca. And let's take it from there. Should be a great week. Have a great one, everybody. And Jordan saying bye, Debbie. Tokyo, have a great day tomorrow for trivia. Nance Nursey saying goodbye. Nina Frank is saying goodbye. We'll see you later. She's going to go watch Cruise Wars right now. See you all tomorrow. Cam is saying, Jim, take care. Thomas, take care. Everybody, have a great evening. Take care. June 9th, 2018. This is Bruce with Traveling with Bruce saying thanks for joining me. Have a great night. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.